I am your host Salim bin Muhammad Rafi, and this is my YouTube channel Zamir Universe. Today I have a little short clipping for you to tell you how intelligent and how in depth the knowledge Americans have, and how a ex or former Prime Minister of Singapore rated the Americans in comparison to Australian, New Zealanders, and any other nation. You will find a lot of things what he said is applicable today, and since this nation is only hardly 200 to 300 years old, you find that they may have uh, some well-meaning people amongst them, but the in-depth knowledge of the other human beings, the other nations, is lacking. And this is the reason that they have been the most cruel terrorists, not only to the natives when they went to United States, and what they did with them, the atrocities and the ethnic cleansing, and try to forcibly convert their kids into Christianity, made them slaves, raped them, had their illicit connections with their women, and produced children, and that they did with a pride, and then obviously kept them as slaves for their tobacco and cotton fields. And ever since, I think, the creation of United States of America, 99% of the conflicts, invasions, and wars you can link with the Americans. And even the first nuclear bomb they dropped, which was the cruelest thing to do on Helsinki, and in the Second World War, at the end of the Second World War, was the Americans. So the invasion of Iraq, Libya, and Afghanistan, Vietnam, the list goes on, and then their intervention in regime change in South American countries and Asian countries and Middle Eastern countries is well known to it. Now, even the present conflict of genocide going on in Gaza and the war crimes committed on women and children of Gaza in a small tiny strip is all funded, sponsored by United States of America. So I think if anyone has to be tried in Nuremberg-like trials and be put behind the bars or in gallows or hanged by the neck, is the Americans first, who pay money and who support and keep like a puppy dog in their backyard, which is this illegitimate child, Israel, or the Zionist state of Israel. And you can hear some of the comments made by the Jews about other human beings. What makes them think that they are the superior and chosen people, God only knows. If they are the God's chosen people, then God forbid, then there should not be anybody trying to do good, because they are the worst people on earth. They are scum of the society, they are the vampire suckers, and they are the overrepresented people which live on interest, and they suck the blood of the people. And this is why Hitler put them in the incinerators and the gas chambers. And now they are back again, and the whole world is on one side, and one mentally deranged, schizophrenic Netanyahu on the other side, not opting for the ceasefire and the peace in the world, but instead he wants to lit the whole globe on fire.
If the British withdraw, I'm prepared to go on with the Australians and the New Zealanders, but I'm not prepared to go on with the Americans.
Why not, Mr. Prime Minister? Why do you think America...
Well, can I put it this way? I think there are highly intelligent, well-meaning often people, and some of their leaders, like Kennedy, the late president, had signs of growing greatness, depth. But you know, by and large, the administration lacks depth and judgment or wisdom, which comes out of an accumulation of knowledge of human beings and human situations over a long period of time. That's lacking. And it's not their fault. What have they got? 300-400 years of history, and they've become a nation just recently. You know, I'll tell you this. I've had only three experiences with the Americans. And they did not intend any harm in each one of them. But the tragedy was they did real harm. First, this is old stuff now. We caught an American CIA agent trying to subvert our intelligence special branch officer. Bribe him so that the special branch officer will feed the CIA, because the CIA wants to know what's happening. I mean, subverting a Singapore officer. The man might have succeeded, but I'm proud to say that the officer offered large sum of money and continuing sums of money. This was in 1960. Refused and reported the matter to his chief, who reported it to me. Man was caught, locked up, and it was on razor's edge whether we charged him in open court or not. No, let me explain this. When I told the American government, all right, we keep quiet, you take this man away, $100 million to the Singapore government for economic development. You know? No, listen to me. I didn't tell, you know, I never spoke to the Americans direct, because, you know, they lack the finesse, and, you know, they may say, yes, they give it to you. Why not? Why should the Singapore government just give to you, to me, which would have ruined me? But through an intermediary, they offered me and my party $10 million. I mean, the insult, you know. I told them, keep it.
यूनिवर्सल टेलीविजन को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें, उसके बाद बेल बटन पे क्लिक करें और अपने कमेंट्स के सेक्शन में अपने कीमती जो ख्यालात का इजहार ज़रूर